In today's news, two female tourists died at the baths. Residency and Belonger status backlog exceeding 2,200. Premier says concert will benefit economy. And for vying for Miss BVI and Partners for Kids celebrates 10th anniversary. But these are more stories. 284 News return.
The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman presents Sons in Suits Brunch, a celebration of fathers and sons, at Treasure Isle Hotel on Saturday, June 17th, 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., featuring guest speakers, Deputy Governor of the Virgin Islands David D. Archer Jr., Pastor Courtney Jones, entertainer Raul Jugusprov, entertainment by Johanse Smith and Che Pemberton, alongside DJ Molly. Tickets are $75 for a father and son duo and $40 single tickets. Fun, food, fellowship, and fatherhood. Lots of giveaways included. Ticket outlets are CCT flagship stores on Tortola and Virgin Gorda. Calling all fathers, sons, father figures, nephews, and uncles. Sons in Suits 2023, hosted by the Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, a red carpet celebration of fathers and sons. For more information, contact 442-3132. Proudly sponsored by CCT and 284 Media.
Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day.
Welcome viewers to the Monday, June 12th edition of 284 News. I am Kamal Haynes, bringing you the latest out of the British Virgin Islands. While leading today's newscast on a very sad note, where two American female tourists died after snorkeling at the baths, two separate unrelated incidents which occurred last week. The 63-year-old Diana Wright of Texas was found unresponsive on Tuesday, June 6th, while a native of California, whose identity is yet to be released, reportedly experienced difficulties on Friday, June 9. But the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force confirmed the incidents in a media statement on Sunday. While in the statement, according to the police, Wright was found unresponsive by members of her family while snorkeling in the waters near the baths around 3 p.m. While they said, and I quote, "She was transported to shore where attempts were made to resuscitate her by personnel from the Iris O'Neill Clinic and the Virgin Islands Search and Rescue. She was later pronounced dead." Well, around noon on Friday, another female tourist, a native of California, was snorkeling at the baths when she began experiencing difficulty. She was transported to shore where attempts were made to restore breathing. She was later pronounced dead. But the police also explained the reason for not yet releasing the identity of the second female, stating that it is being withheld until the next of kin has been notified. For the purpose, the police further disclosed that the cause of death in both cases is still to be determined as investigations are ongoing. But the backlog for residency and belonger status continues to be an issue in the Virgin Islands, with the accumulated number in excess of 2,200 as of June 1st, 2023. For more, this report. Governor His Excellency John Rankin provided the latest statistics during a press conference held last Friday to update residents on the Commission of Inquiry quarterly review. Prior to the press conference, the governor made the COI quarterly review document public, which detailed the extent of the backlog. According to the document, the governor received a report on May 24, 2023 from the Immigration Board, which covered the period from January 1st, 2023 to March 31st, 2023. During that period, he said the Immigration Board reported that it met twice and conducted 3 interview sessions. But this resulted in the board referring to Cabinet 23 applications for belonger status by marriage, 80 applications for status by tenure, 74 applications for status due to the applicant being a great-grandchild of a belonger, and 32 applications for residency. But the governor further disclosed that during the aforementioned period, a total of 122 applications were approved for residency and belonger status. But this included Cabinet's approval of 75 applications for residency status, which were submitted between December 2021 to October 2022. As it pertains to belonger status, the governor said that 50 were considered by Cabinet, which were submitted between December 2021 to March 2022, with only 3 from that sum failing the criteria to be approved. But during Friday's press conference, Governor Rankin revealed that the total backlog stood at 2,226 applications as of June 1st, 2023.
We need to deal with the continued backlog of applications for residency and belonger status, which, as at the 1st of June, was reported to stand at 2,226 applications. I recognise that this is a sensitive area, but we need to resolve the applications of those who have been lawfully living and contributing in the BVI for many years and who are entitled under the law to receive status.
To further address this long-standing issue, the governor revealed that Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley committed to an action plan that is aimed at clearing the backlog.
Premier has committed to an action plan to address the backlog. He also made a request previously for technical assistance in this area. My team, together with the Deputy Governor's Office, have been in discussions with immigration on this matter, and I made a number of recommendations to the Premier on the sort of steps that might be taken. And you will see in my report some specific measures which I suggest which might help to deal with that backlog.
Governor Rankin also spoke on some of the recommendations that have been presented to assist with the backlog.
It's an entirely paper-based system, for example. It needs to be digitized going forward. We still have a system whereby we have effectively only had one official dealing with all these applications, so we could put in more staff to deal with the applications. And then one might also have to consider how many of the individuals applying need to be interviewed. Some of them who may not qualify could simply have a decision made they don't meet the requirements, and maybe others who do clearly qualify and actually don't need to be substantively interviewed. So you would only interview those cases where there is doubt and further information is needed. So those are the sorts of areas in which you could speed up the process and get these applications moving more quickly.
Reporting for 284 News, I am Kamal Haynes. Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley has responded to public calls for the government of the Virgin Islands to better prioritize spending following the announcement that the government will spend $250,000 on the non-stop concert. But many members of the public have expressed dissatisfaction with the decision and expressed the view that the money would be better allocated to key areas such as the territory's infrastructure needs and education. But some have gone as far as calling for the event to be cancelled altogether. But the Premier admitted that these cries have not fallen on deaf ears and offered this response publicly.
I'm not deaf to the concerns I have heard from the people of the Virgin Islands. We want to ensure that our festival celebrations receive maximum support, and we want to ensure our hard-earned tax money is spent well. Therefore, we have made an important shift. The non-stop concert will now be held at the festival grounds, and this will be the first event to kick off the festival season.
Premier Wheatley described the concert as part of a larger effort to build the entertainment industry in the Virgin Islands. He stressed that when these events are successful, it can be felt at all levels of the economy.
The stage for the non-stop concert will remain up after the event, which will allow for even more pre-festival activities. This will result in significant cost savings and the opportunity to raise funds.
He also noted that the government collected significantly more taxes from visitors brought to the territory by such events.
While we are making adjustments, it is important to note that this event is about building our tourism product and building our economy. Contrary to what some have said, it is not just a big expensive party. It is not a VIP celebration, neither is it a pat on the back or a victory lap. This is a good-natured, well-intentioned effort to promote our first American airline nonstop flight between Miami and Beef Island. It is an effort to build entertainment tourism in the Virgin Islands, and it is an effort to improve the economy that will sustain all of us.
Up next, 4 vying for Miss BVI and the Partners for Kids celebrates 10th anniversary. But these and more stories after a word from our sponsor.
We're searching for the extraordinary, the exceptional, the Super Dads. Presenting 284 Media's Super Dad Tribute. It's your chance to honor and celebrate the incredible fathers in your life by submitting a video sharing why your dad is a super dad. Whether it's his unwavering support, his sage advice, or his incredible sense of humor, let the world know why your dad is a true superhero. Head over to 284media.com or 284media on Facebook for more information on how to enter. Winners will receive incredible prizes, including unforgettable experiences and months of free service from CCT. Enter the Super Dad Tribute Competition and let your dad know he's a real-life superhero.
Welcome back, viewers. 4 young women from the Virgin Islands will be vying for the 2023 Miss BVI crown. But for the first time, the show will be held at the start of the 2023 August Festival activities in the territory. But the pageant will take place on July 30th, 2023, the festival grounds in the Virgin Islands. But the ladies were revealed on Saturday, June 10th, 2023, at the Craft Alive Village in Rotong. But the contestants are contestant number 1, Deborah Smith, contestant number 2, Lakeisha Warner, contestant number 3, Anika Christopher, and contestant number 4, Roshana Stevens. And if you missed it, take a look.
Give them a round of applause. Give them a round of applause as they enter. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the contestants of the 2023 Miss British Virgin Islands. 4 beautiful young ladies vying for the title of Miss British Virgin Islands 2023. And they are here tonight. This is the official reveal right in front of all of you that made it out here tonight. We have got 4.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The talk is always convincing, but there's never any action. So allow me to be your special education needs and disabilities advocate, Deborah Lucia Smith, your contestant number 1. It's time to redefine BVI love to be more accessible, accommodating, and inclusive. On July 30th at 7 p.m. sharp, join my fellow contestants and I at a Virgin Islands Festival Village as we celebrate a vibrant cultural blend. Thank you.
Step into a world where beauty, grace, and dreams converge as Miss British Virgin Islands proudly returns. Standing before you on a platform as prestigious as Miss Eileen Parsons, and as your contestant number 2, I am Lakeisha Mimi Warner. Behind my sash, I hone a passion for justice as a certified paralegal, but this queen's true calling extends beyond the courtroom, supporting and advocating for mental health awareness for BVI athletes. To my number 1 cheerleaders, Anne and Ashley Warner, thank you for your continued support on and off the track. Ladies and gentlemen, today we celebrate a vibrant cultural blend, but on July 30th, join me, your contestant number 2, Lakeisha Mimi Warner, as we celebrate a pride, beauty, and culture as my dreams come alive for Miss British Virgin Islands 2023.
The night air will be filled with excitement and wonderment as we prepare for the Miss British Virgin Islands Pageant 2023. You are gathered here today to support each and every one of us here today. As you gather here today to support all of us, I invite you all to come out to the pageant on July 30th at the festival grounds. I am your 23-year-old Anika Marlene Christopher, your contestant number 3 for this year's pageant. I thank you. This evening, I stand before you as a prime example of the evolution of pride, beauty, and culture within the British Virgin Islands. Hailing from the beautiful island of Virgin Gorda, I, 18-year-old Rashana Selena Stevens, stand before you on this historic day to humbly and earnestly proclaim my love for the British Virgin Islands. My parents, Anselmo Stevens and Shoma Boyce, are among my biggest supporters. They know that I am an intelligent and a young and poised lady. My friends at the H. South Community College, where I attend, all know that I am a diligent worker who bears the potential to make any team stronger. So, when you think of your Miss British Virgin Islands 2023 contestants, remember me, remember and support me, Rashana Selena Stevens, your contestant number 4. Thank you.
At a presentation on Saturday, each of the girls were officially sashed and introduced themselves to the public. But Emancipation festivities are scheduled for July 28th to August 11th, 2023 in the Virgin Islands. Now moving on, viewers, where Partners for Kids is a comprehensive and holistic medical home for children and adolescents from ages 0 to 18. It was founded by Dr. Cecilia Penn, a board-certified pediatrician and preventative medicine physician, in an effort to create a coordinated and collaborative approach to decrease fragmentation of primary and allied health care services for children and adolescents, the USVI and BVI alike. But this year, Partners for Kids is celebrating its 10th anniversary. Our reporter Ron Grant caught up with Dr. Penn at a Partners for Kids office to speak about the journey.
Partners for Kids in the Virgin Islands is celebrating its 10th anniversary, and we're honored to be joined by founder Dr. Cecilia Penn, who's here to tell us a little bit about that 10-year journey. Dr. Penn, as I mentioned, 10 years is now the anniversary of Partners for Kids. Begin by telling us a little bit about that 10-year journey.
Thank you so much for visiting us today. Definitely, it has been an awesome 10 years, although I cannot lie that it's been full of challenges as well, the hurricanes, COVID, and so forth. But definitely, I think that over the past 10 years, we've been able to make a meaningful impact for our community, for our children, and for our families.
And speaking of impact, we not only cater to the needs of children in the U.S. Virgin Islands, but we are at the BVI office, which is located at Manual Reef. Tell us about this particular office and the services that are available to the BVI community.
So we opened Partners for Kids BVI in 2017, so shortly before the hurricanes. Yes. So it has been, a little bit more challenging for the BVI given our proximity to the hurricanes. However, we do provide primary care for children ages 0 through 18, developmental screening, vaccinations, hearing and vision tests, ADHD evaluations, and so forth. Really taking a look at the whole child and not just, are you sick today? But how are you developing? How are you performing in school? What are the environments at home that we can help to improve to make sure that every child reaches their maximum potential?
I'm happy that you mentioned not just when you're sick. Sometimes as parents, we tend to only give care and consideration to a child when they're not feeling well. What would you say to parents in regards to the holistic well-being of their overall child?
So definitely early identification of any potential issues. So when we see a child who hasn't been seen for an overall general wellness exam, you would be amazed at the number of things that we find to be challenges or problems, and parents may not necessarily think that, it is a problem until we've pointed it out, we've done an assessment, and we say, oh, Johnny isn't really doing what we would expect him to do at this particular age group. And I think sometimes culturally we might be like, oh, well, they'll come, you know. They'll figure it out. Once they start school, things will start happening, and sometimes it doesn't always end up being so. And so there's no, harm in providing earlier intervention. And that's the key to why we want all of our children to come in every year.
Okay. Well, speaking of early, of course, detection on any issues that what might be facing, I would like to give you an opportunity to speak directly to the public and share with them the contact information for parents who are interested in getting the care they need from Partners for Kids.
So in order to find us, you can find us on Facebook, partnersforkids.com. You can reach us at 284-444-5437 for our BVI office. For our St. Thomas office, 340-774-5437. We look forward to serving your children.
Thank you so much, Dr. Penn, for your time. Viewers, we are here again at Partners for Kids in the British Virgin Islands, celebrating their 10th anniversary, of course, catering to the needs of children across the Virgin Islands. I'm Ron Grant, reporting for 284 Media.
Well, up next, Men's Health Week 2023 and distinguished gentlemen to hold father-son brunch. For these stories, 284 News return. Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here. My name is Kamal Haynes. Most of you know me from 284 News, but now you get to see me in a different light on my very own show called Health is Wealth. We have Joel Turnbull.
I don't want you to arch your back when you're pulling down.
Milton McLean.
First of all, right, your footwork.
Stephen Payne.
That was a 9 out of 10. I know you got the service down pat.
Steve Augustine.
You did a pretty hard workout today, so perhaps...
And as you can see, it's actually...
you're feeling it.
Alonzo Boynes.
Taekwondo.
Adam Burrows.
I'll speak as if you're an absolute beginner.
I am an absolute beginner.
You are an absolute beginner.
And Seth Graham.
It bites.
It will bite.
Get your water, get your fruits and veggies, and experience a wealth of knowledge about getting healthy.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What you really? Hey, this ain't like you, know?
Dad, this thing got me staying home. Keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I huff. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Welcome back, viewers, and thank you so much for being locked in. For this week, the Virgin Islands joins the global community in observing Men's Mental Health Week 2023. But the annual observation aims to raise awareness about the health challenges faced by men and promote strategies for better physical and mental well-being. The Minister for Health, Honorable Vincent Wheatley, opened the observation with a statement on Monday.
The World Health Organization defines mental health as a state of mental well-being that enables people to cope with the stresses of life, realize their abilities, learn well and work well, and contribute to their communities. This significant event encourages men of all ages to prioritize their health, seek preventative care, and engage in conversations about important health issues. This timing provides an excellent opportunity to engage fathers, brothers, sons, and male friends in discussions about their health, while emphasizing the significance of men's well-being within a context of family and community.
The minister went on to reflect on this year's theme, which focuses on the negative impacts that the digital era has had on men's health.
This emphasizes the impact of technology and social media on men's mental health. We all know that a stigma exists regarding men's mental health, and unfortunately, some men are still uncomfortable discussing their problems openly. We have seen it worldwide, and here in the Virgin Islands, because of the stigma, many individuals simply suffer in silence. However, in recent years, we have witnessed a significant shift in conversations surrounding mental health. People are now prioritizing their mental well-being with the same level of seriousness as their physical health. While the topic is certainly changing with more awareness campaigns and observations, we still have a long way to go to help men feel comfortable enough to speak about their mental health. Although you might feel embarrassed or uncomfortable talking about your mental health, the bravest thing you can do is tackle the issue before it becomes a problem. Remember, you are not alone. Many others here in the Virgin Islands are experiencing the same emotions and struggling to find ways to cope. Let us create an environment to accommodate them as they speak up.
Virgin Islanders are urged to get involved in the observation by firstly being open to the very important conversations ignited by this year's theme. Particularly, the minister emphasized as men in the Virgin Islands suffer in silence.
There are many ways to get involved in supporting men's mental health, but for this year's observation, I'm urging you to educate yourself and those around you. The internet has become a part of our society and daily lives. It continues to revolutionize the way we communicate, learn, work, and access information. Even from a health perspective, it has never been easier to access expert medical advice, connect with online healthcare providers, and also find valuable health resources and support groups. However, as there are benefits, it is also important to recognize the potential negative impact the internet can have on our mental health and overall well-being. Social media has become a critical tool in our daily lives, and because of this, many men develop compulsive behavior patterns and internet addictions. Similarly, social media and online forums can also create pressure to conform to unrealistic body and lifestyle standards, contributing to feelings of inadequacy, insecurity, and low self-esteem. In fact, some studies have shown that our overall happiness is decreasing in line with our reliance on technology. So for Men's Health Week, let us start a conversation and keep it going.
Now moving to our final story, where creator and host of The Distinguished Gentleman, Ron Grant, will host a father-son brunch on June 17th, 2023. With the inaugural event dubbed Sons in Suits, will honor fathers and father figures in the Virgin Islands and underscore the importance of healthy father-son relationships. The full day of entertainment and enrichment will be held at Treasure Isle Hotel from 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. and will feature guest speakers including Deputy Governor of the Virgin Islands, David D. Archer Jr., Pastor Courtney Jones, and entertainer Raul Jugus-Prof. Grant noted that the event is specific to fathers and sons, uncles, nephews, and males with young mentees, and hoped that the event will allow young men to thrive both personally and professionally. While he thanked the Virgin Islands community and friends across the region for their unwavering support of the Art of a Distinguished Gentleman brand, and noted that the public can expect much more as the brand continues to contribute to the fabric of the society and raising a generation of greatness. The tickets are $75 for a duo and $40 for singles. The ticket outlets are CCT flagship stores, Portola and Virgin Gorda. But that's it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com and like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram, Twitter. I'm Kamal Haynes, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a safe and enjoyable evening. Bye-bye.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.